When we last left off, you were at the council headquarters at Steinberg, and you had just heard Ethelbert Gainsley's plea to create this alliance that will divide the world. And now Flora stands up, ready to make an inspiring speech. And now, let us hear the speech that Flora gives to the assembled council. Everyone is just looking at you intently. So muttering and whispering around the court as this unknown.
She keeps her eyes closed, head tilted down slightly, but head up. Projecting. If I may speak. Respected lords and ladies, delegates and esteemed guests, Your Majesty, King of Lothamore, Your Eminence, High Priestess of Deradon, allow me to extend my greatest respects and approval to the proposed alliance.
The camera's gone.
It is...
Damn it. You want to fix your camera and go again?
Someone cut the...
Take two!
We'll do it live!
This is not going according to plan! Quick! Cut it!
Just
Cut the
change what you want to broadcast to voice and then to video. It'll work.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Everyone just around the courtroom mutters
As she flickers out of view.
We just hear a disembodied voice. Heresy! Heresy!
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
now I
refresh
see a black
fixed it.
screen.
That was weird.
Right, okay.
If ever there was a bad time
Okay.
to be magically weird.
Okay, Flora, big speech in council, take two. Action!
Click.
If I may speak. Respected lords and ladies, delegates and esteemed guests, Your Majesty, King of Lothamore, Your Eminence, High Priestess of Deradon, allow me to extend my greatest respects and approval to for the proposed alliance. It is a wondrous thing that such a meeting of two great and independent nations can beget cooperation and goodwill, and furthermore a positive reflection of the enlightenment and noble spirit of its leaders. The unified actions of two such strong nations ought to set the example to others, to exhibit how great changes can be accomplished by working together for a greater end. As a follower of the teachings of Thaeon and a devotee of his guiding light, I cannot help but be distressed that the proposed end is a witch hunt to be conducted in a country without its full consent. If the noble founders of this alliance seek to garner the support of all delegates within this council room, then the right and just thing is to let us all first hear and see the evidence which has convinced them that this move is the right and just one.
There's a hustle and bustle throughout the court as you speak your words.
She lets that sink in. I can't
Okay.
believe-
At this point, Mr. Ethelbert Gainsley takes his turn to stand. Ah, my good lady, though we have different interpretations of our belief in Thaeon, and your concerns are entirely justified, do not worry. I know my Inquisitors, and I know the good Inquisitors from Deradon are good people with good hearts. And if they find no evidence during their inspections, then I can assure you there will be no militant actions taken. Though, my good lady, I thank you for your words. He sits down. Make me a persuasion roll at +2.
Did you do your update, by the way? Good.
Well, let's see. Quick reminder.
And if you're charismatic, you may add that as well.
Hey.
That's another +2, right?
I will just nudge Nash and just mutter bollocks.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it is.
Benny!
Hey!
Benny!
Did I
Benny!
do it wrong?
Benny!
No, I didn't do it wrong. It was just the worst roll possible.
Yes, you.
Benny
So
sounds
you
good.
actually rolled a snake eyes.
Wow!
Benny!
I don't know. Can we kind of dramatic it by just telling
Benny!
That seems a bit much.
There we go.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, you added a +4 there.
Those guys would be quite impressive. Guess that. Wub.
You own them.
At this point, sort of there seems to be a sort of a silence falling over the court. At this point, Ambassador Dreyfus speaks up. Thank you, my lady, for these concerns being raised. Can the rest of you not see she has a point? Can the rest of you not see that this is clearly a witch hunt?
Murmuring agreements come from my place.
Are you going to try and try and project your voice so it seems like there are a lot of people agreeing?
Well, I'm going to murmur.
Right? Yes, she is.
No, I'm just going to murmur audibly. I think she's right.
At this point, let's see, Swift and Pixie, you notice something. Flora, you feel a sort of a sudden palpable sense of dread run through you. Whereas Swift and Nash, you notice Articia Vane just looking very, very intently at Flora, just sort of locking eyes with her, just a gaze that could pierce right through her.
I give a loud cough.
And at this point, the arbitrator just bangs his gavel. There will be order. There will be order.
Did that break her gaze?
Not really. There will be order. There will be order. The lady's objection has been considered. Further objections will be raised at the next meeting. I continue on. And at this point, the meeting continues for a bit. Various motions are tabled and discussed. And after a certain amount of time, the arbitrator goes on. And now, His Majesty King Stanley of Lothamore wishes to speak. King Stanley kind of has to push himself up in his chair because he's quite a girthy man. And he kind of puts his hands at his side as he speaks. My lords and ladies, my name is King Stanley. My father, King Stanley, was great, but I, King Stanley, am even greater. My father conquered and pillaged and brought new lands under the kingdom's reach. But I, King Stanley, I have built great airships that have rained down supplies on my people like pennies from heaven. I am like Thaeon is to them. At this point, he's rudely interrupted by Articia Vane. If you'll excuse me, His Majesty seems to be living up to my name better than I do. If His Majesty would cease his narcissism for 1 minute and perhaps actually speak on matters of state, I'm sure the rest of the council would be very relieved. At this point, King Stanley just looks really pouts. How dare you interrupt the king?
How dare you?
I'm the most powerful man in the world. How dare you speak to me like that? At this point, Gainsley just puts his hand on King Stanley, and Aldous Lynch also sort of puts his hand on. Like both of them, both Aldous and Gainsley seem to be holding them back, as it were. At this point,
this could turn into a bar fight.
At this point, Gainsley just whispers something in King Stanley's ear, and King Stanley just sort of breathes deeply. I will overlook your rude interruption for now, as I continue. As I was saying, at this point he goes on to a very long speech where he details all the monuments he's built and all the things he's done, but they aren't really so much tangible accomplishments as they are simply building monuments to himself and just other superfluities, really. Okay, so the meeting goes on for a little while, and yes, there's nothing else of interest to any of you discussed. And finally, after a good few hours, the Arbiter bangs his gavel. I call the first meeting of the Council of Nations closed. We will reconvene in a week. There's just a mumbling around as everybody starts to get up and starts to leave.
Okay. Nudge Nash and say, how could anyone take that festering ball of blubber seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. But that's
Norman
a good
at
thing
this
for
point
us.
leans over. Well, I don't think anybody would take him seriously had he not had a royal bloodline. I agree, he's a bit of a buffoon.
Well,
He's so inbred, I can see his toes poking out his forehead.
Yeah, and royalty bleeds as anyone else.
Yeah, but they bleed blue, don't they?
No.
Perhaps we shouldn't talk about regicide when there are people nearby.
Does it count as regicide if you're not part of the nation that's being affected?
Yeah, sure.
Can you stop saying the word regicide, please?
Now you're saying regicide.
It's your word.
Kicks you. There's a couple people sitting behind you, just kind of look down at you oddly.
Well, did he just kick me?
No, he kicked. Actually, he just gave you a sort of a nudge. It's not a real kick.
Yes,
Ow!
You can't disembowel Norman in the middle of the diplomat council.
Fuck you, Norman!
Watch out or you'll end up in a closet.
He's already in the closet.
Norman just looks at you terrified. Just kind of adopts a sort of a sulky posture. Okay. Everyone starts to file out, but I'm not actually going to animate everyone filing out because that would take forever.
Yeah.
You can imagine they're all filing out right now. Okay. You leave the council hall. That is, unless you object and decide to stay for some reason. Yes, the guards file you out. Okay. You rejoin Loretta in the reception area. And after a certain point, you see a well-dressed young man. He's got sort of these plumed shoulder pads. He looks very much like a squire. He sort of walks up to you, and specifically up to Lady Flora. My Lady Flora, I have a message for you.
From?
He unfurls his scroll.
I'm sure he's going to tell us.
Her Holiness, Grand Priestess Artisia Vane, requests an audience with you, Lady Flora, at the Deridonian Embassy. We would request your presence forthwith, understanding that it is a great honour that Thaeon's representative on Earth would choose to meet with you.
Requests. One does not request from the priestess.
No, they do request. They don't demand from the priestess. Get it right.
Same thing.
It would be exceptionally rude to ignore this invitation. I bid you good day, and I hope to see you soon. I would not want you to disappoint Grand Priestess Vane.
Oh, we'll see each other.
He turns on his heel and walks away.
Why, Ash? Why?
Oh, I'll say you let's threaten everyone now.
You haven't stabbed anyone in weeks.
Threaten the emissary of like the
Yeah, my fingers are itching.
In the world.
I haven't stabbed one in weeks. I'm getting withdrawals.
It's just like it's an addiction. It gets worse and worse. Every week he has to stab somebody more powerful and influential.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, but where is
one
he going to
night,
go if he
fine.
stabs the second most powerful person? Well, the
Well,
first most powerful.
You have to stab King Stanley then, I suppose.
Yeah. I just
Then
go
he'll
up
have
and
to
stab him in the leg like this. Chunk. There we go. Ah, much better.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Stab it again.
I'm just stabbing people I don't know anymore. Anyway, okay, right.
But it's your choice, Bright Eyes, but I don't know if you felt that in the courtroom earlier, but that vain doll was just looking straight at you. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never ever tried to see someone lock eyes with a blind person before. It was actually kind of funny in a way.
I'm trying to break her concentration by causing some sort of diversion, but
It wouldn't surprise me if the single most powerful holy lady in the continent would have particularly piercing stare.
Hmm.
If you can cow a blind person by staring at them, it's not really a powerful stare. There's got to be something going on underneath that.
I suspect
There's some mumbo jumbo going on.
Maybe she accidentally made herself an inquisitor when no one else was looking, for instance.
My lady, Norman comes up.
Oh, is he?
Are you intending to go to this meeting?
Certainly. It would go very badly for us if we didn't.
I feel like I should probably remind you that a Deredonian embassy is on Deredonian soil, and you are an affront to Deredonian everything.
Yeah.
That is why
They
we
may
bring
not
Nash.
respect the whole, don't stab the mage that happens to be an ambassador thing. Because you're not actually an ambassador. You're the friend of an ambassador.
We wouldn't risk causing such an incident. It would damage their position too much.
I'll bring a gun.
Their position of we want to kill all the mages by killing a mage.
If,
I mean, that's one way to stop them from I'm fairly sure the smaller countries would probably unite if they stabbed you. So that's a thing.
Young Swift, I understand your concerns. However, I believe it would be quite a diplomatic faux pas to murder an envoy in one's embassy, even for Deredon.
I don't know. I think Deredon are capable of it. I guess we'll find out. I'm assuming you're going.
I'll go wherever my lady goes. Though I admit, walking right up to Deredon's leader does fill me with a sense of dread. This could be a very valuable opportunity for us to make contact with her. If you can somehow persuade my lady, Articia Vane, that the alliance is a bad idea, that could be invaluable. We may not get an opportunity like this again.
How could you possibly do that?
No, man, you don't have to worry. I'll bring a pistol.
You saw how eloquent my lady
I'm
Flora
joking,
was
of course.
in the council chamber. I think she swayed many people there with her excellent speech. He says, kissing Flora's ass shamelessly.
I could do better.
He's good at that.
You can do better.
Fold my arms and
Get on your
Lord,
knees.
ladies! He waves his Thaeon blushing. Okay, right.
The two important things is, well, bringing the alliance down isn't quite as important as making them feel that the witch hunt is not the right thing to do. If we could break that, then they would have less incentive to ally. There'd be less ground in common between them.
Plus, we can talk shit about the king.
A very interesting long-term strategy, my lady.
Nash, don't take us the wrong way, but if you do go with Bright Eyes, then you say nothing. You say nothing, and to be quite frank, you don't even look at anyone for more than a few seconds.
I will have to concur with Swift. Should we get into a combat inside the Deredonian embassy, we would almost certainly all be slaughtered. And
yeah, you
burned at
remember
the
what
stake.
happened the last time we took him into an embassy?
Well,
It wasn't an embassy.
it was a governor's mansion,
Yeah.
and he was lucky enough, it seems, to have acquired the services of a lady of the night, who he did who knows what with. Anyway, I don't
There
want
was
to think about
screaming
that.
and there was blood, and we had to leave quickly, so I don't really want to know.
Anyway, my point
I'll
is,
take it easy.
it would be very dangerous there, so I would suggest not provoking Articia Vane in any way. She will likely have several armed elite guards with her, and she's most likely a very powerful woman herself.
Nash, what do the Deredonians and the Lothamorians do to those who aid witches and wizards?
I think flaying is.
I'd heard that keel-hauling is rather popular. Well, that might be a Jorokian thing.
It's a Jorkian thing.
Oh, well, in Lothamore, if you're lucky, you'll just be a slave, and probably be whipped and tortured until you find an early
It's
grave.
not healthy in preparation of talks with the Deredonians.
Oh, yes, certainly. At this point, Loretta's just
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
very...
there's no reason to talk about flaying or torture or hot spikes or whips.
Or
Yes,
thumb
perhaps
screws, or
we
Iron
should,
Maidens, or the
Cancel.
rack.
If
Yeah,
you're
the rack.
intending to go, let's just go and get it over with already. Woman's just panting at this
I
point.
snicker.
I'll just offer Nash a high five.
Okay. So, do you go to the Deridonian embassy then?
We will. What I think I'll need to do is conceal magical auras. We are probably going to be under severe scrutiny when we're in there, so
Yeah.
hiding sort of inquisitors eyeing us and looking for spirits and whatnot.
Good idea.
Can you do that?
Conceal aura.
That's a remarkably useful skill that I can't imagine why I never thought of using.
It's probably just because it's not your your style of magic.
Yeah, you're
Well,
a pyromancer.
I'm not just a pyromancer, I can use lightning too.
Well, it's a form of fire.
Is it?
The
So, okay.
I
air.
got the distinct feeling it was something else.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
It's
So-
burning air. Literally.
All right.
Okay, so in short, I've got 10 magic points. It costs 3 to cast, lasts for an hour, and then I can maintain it for a power point per hour from then on. So if I do Swift and myself, that's 6 off the bat, and that'll give us now I can maintain it for an extra 2 hours above and beyond. So 3 hours of screening for both Swift and me.
Good
Which will be
thinking.
useless if we need to heal.
True.
If you get into trouble, that's
Yeah.
probably not going to be an issue.
Because, yeah.
The disembodied voice has a point.
And this is talent
If
again.
you get in trouble, that's not going to be an issue.
Not that disembodied voice.
Yeah, you can just torch them all.
And Sandalphon at this point goes, I sense great danger.
From the Deridonians? No!
a Deanna Troy kind of way. Okay, right. So do you go to the after casting conceal on yourself?
Yes, it would just be kind of a internally we wouldn't be able to need to show very much, but would have to put a hand on Swiss head.
All right.
Just pat
It's
him.
That's odd.
not a particularly long walk to the Deridonian embassy.
Oh, they're not giving us a carriage?
Well, it's pretty much right around the corner.
You can't take a taxi everywhere.
Yep.
Now we'll just charge into the Jorokian embassy.
There is a reason you carry a walking stick, Bright Eyes.
Yes.
It's called a
The,
walking stick.
Baster Alanga is not going to be happy when he sees your transportation tab. Okay. I mean, it's just. I mean, Jorokian's like the only country who actually loathes to levy taxes in the first place. Okay, right. And walk around the corner, and you see the Deridonian embassy. It is a great big marble building. It looks pretty much like a church. It's got these great big stained glass windows, and each window there's the burning sword symbol prominently displayed. It's very imposing, very brutalist. There's kind of gargoyles over the door. Not actual gargoyles, but stone gargoyles. You see two very large men with halberds march up to you. Are you here to see Grand Priestess Vane?
Yes, we received an invitation.
Very good. Right this way.
I sort of whisper, Lady Farrar, oh, this place looks like a dump.
I'll just whisper back, have you ever noticed that people who get heavily involved in religion tend to have all of the humanity and humility dribble out of their ears?
Move along, child. He just budges you with the bottom of his halberd as you're marched inside. Yep, the insides are very severe, very
Depressing?
not very depressing. Just holy symbols
Depressing.
everywhere. It's not exactly sort of grandiose, but when you are eventually you're led to large wooden double doors. We'll have our eye on you. So if you try anything, You'll be dead before you know what's happened. Understand?
Nash bites his tongue.
Good. At this point, you're
I'll
led
offer them
in.
an instant smile.
Now, it's there.
Ooh.
Oh!
Artisia's office is probably the most
Office.
beautiful room you've seen thus far.
This is an
I try to
interesting
look
shape.
unimpressed.
I like the pictures of Christ on the right and Nega Christ on the left.
Probably be Thaeon and McManus anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, it's certainly a room designed to give the person sitting at the chair a very imposing visage. Flanked
work on
along
blind
the
people.
right and left sides, there's just a line of guards, inquisitors, advisors, and sort of sitting right in the middle of it all is Grand Priestess Artisia Vane. Plonk.
Damn, she big.
Dressed in her her white and red robes with a beautiful gold trim, she holds a big staff with the flaming sword symbol. She looks at you sternly, as you can surely see.
I'm trying to look unperturbed.
She stands, walks up. My name is Grand Priestess Artisia Vane. Am I to understand you are Lady Flora of the Church of the Light of Dawn?
Princess Flora, if it pleases you, my lady. Thank you for inviting us.
Good. Now, I sense that, Inquisitor, do you detect any auras on these?
If they do, it's in the post-arcana roll.
No, my lady. No, my lady. I see. That means you hide it well. Oh, don't think I don't know. I was the greatest inquisitor of my generation. You think I can't tell by the subtle tick in your eye, that slight hesitation in things you say, the presence of another in your mind?
I raise my eyebrow.
Now, child, tell me, why did you come here to Steinberg?
Same reason, sorry, same motivation that drives all the other ambassadors and delegates, wishing to serve the interests of our people, wishing to do what we can, and sorry, fumbling with my words here. I'm not very good at it. I need to wake up.
Well, that's my line.
Yes. Wishing to be involved in the greater affairs that affect everybody.
You hesitate and speak in platitudes. Is that because you're listening to the whispers of another?
Does she happen to be whispering as she says this?
No, she's talking very clearly and straightforwardly.
I apologize if my demeanor displeases you, Your Eminence.
Do not
Perhaps it
try and flatter me. It is very, very tedious. Unlike King Stanley, who I'm sure would love your gilded words, I have no patience for them. Now, I happen to have received a report very recently of 3 people who apparently murdered one of my colonial governors. It seems their descriptions: a young boy, a man, the interesting facial bone structure, very similar to you, my man, and a noble lady from Jarrock, quite similar to you, my lady. Very interesting coincidence, is that not? As that seemed to have happened just in the time frame that it would have taken for you to get here. Isn't that interesting?
Your Eminence, it's very perceptive. We were there at the time of the murder.
You admit it. Such honesty is impressive. It seems that Commander Hartford was quite corrupt anyway. If indeed you did kill him, you might have done me somewhat of a favor. It seems you even humbled his successor by pushing him in the river. Well, the ocean. Though it took 2 men to rescue him. He was the laughingstock of the town. I suspect I shall have to have him replaced too. Now, in light of this, can you tell me why you are really here?
We wish to understand what it is that Lothamore and Deradon wish to do together and ensure that as few people are adversely affected as possible. We wish to just see the best for all. That is the way of my order.
That is a noble goal, and one I share. The only difference is, I am not so ignorant and foolish as you, child. You see, I know what resides inside your mind. I know what your order does. It seeks out the demons, and it calls them angels. You have a demon in your mind that will interminably whisper to you, telling you to do things, and no matter how sweet and friendly it might sound, it only will lead to your destruction. And you think it will end, even after death. No, you will be bonded to it for eternity, your minds scraping against each other, and you will be in a hell the like of which you do not understand. Now tell me, child, is that what you want? Is that what your order seeks to spread?
What my order does is not in our own interests. We seek to help others, to aid them, give them the better life that they so richly deserve. If we are to fall and we suffer for the rest of eternity for it, then at least we did something good for them.
And what if you were to go mad, child? What if the wisp in your head came too great and you started hurting people? What then?
We do not believe that will happen.
You do not believe that will happen. You ignore the calamity. You ignore all the mages who have gone mad and hurt people. Let me ask you a question, child. You might see me as some sort of religious bigot, but let me ask you, do you think everyone who I have purged through fire and the sword has been unwilling? Do you think there have not been hundreds of mages who have come to me, wanting to be purged, wanting their spirits to be released from the voices in their head? Your silence speaks volumes, because you understand yourself. You know what it's like to have this voice in your head, and a part of you, I know, longs to be free of it. And that
the
is
weak
why
world will believe anything you tell them.
You're mistaken choice for delusions.
She just scoffs. Your minions are opinionated. Interesting.
Minion.
Church of the Dawnbringers, or Dawnbreakers. Which one is it?
Dawnbringers.
The Church of the Dawnbringers encourages thought and consideration. Which is strange for a religious order, I'm told.
Yeah, and freedom of criticism.
Indeed. Well, I'm offering you an opportunity. I am going to try and help you, Lady Flora. Though I will respect that the truce of these lands means I will not put you to fire of the sword while I am still here in Steinberg, I ask you, return to me. She goes and strokes the cat. Return to me. Return with me. Return with me to Deradon when the council is over, and I will see you freed from your suffering. It will be swift. It will be painless.
So you
if you do not take...
asking if she wants to go die.
I believe that's what she just asked, yes.
A very blunt way of putting it. but saving her from eternal suffering is worth it when you leave this mortal coil.
How do you know?
I've seen hundreds of people die by fire and the sword, and in the last moments I sensed they were glad to be free of the voices in their mind.
So your entire faith is operated on an assumption?
Not an assumption, whelp. Do you think that Thaeon has not spoken to us directly? Do you think that we are not doing Thaeon's will? It is only by your own ignorance and arrogance that you continue to exist, and you continue to get closer to bringing around the second calamity.
I look at
Surely
you.
if Thaeon was speaking to you, then that means that there's a voice inside your head, which means that you have to burn yourself.
Fool.
I
does
look at
not-
Swift and say, do you know what the difference between a fanatic and a faithful is? Well, the fanatic is more interested in saving your soul than its own.
Huh. I hadn't thought of that. Well put, Nash.
How very like your own leader. It seems that your minions don't have much respect for you, or for anyone else. But that is no concern of mine. I do not care about them. Except for the child. I have a feeling his soul might need saving as well. But anyway, Lady Flora, will you return with me to Deradon? This might be one of your only chances to avoid the endless suffering that awaits you on death.
We'll
Your
consider
inevitable
your
madness.
Words, Your Eminence.
Go on.
We could not make such a commitment so soon after arriving here.
I see. Well, I will allow you to consider it. I will grant you one more audience with me, and then I will await to hear of your decision.
Concerning this euthanization.
Euthanization. I'm not going to treat your leader like some sort of an animal. I will give her the mercy she needs, and whether she realizes it or not, I will be saving her. I thought I would offer you that opportunity freely.
Nash, is Deradon the one that kills mages, or the one that's just like puts them to work as slaves? I forgot.
They kill people.
Some other was the one that puts them to slavery.
Remember the mnemonic, Deradon dead, Lothamore live.
Oh yeah. One of the teachings of the church. Sorry.
So, there is nothing else you wish to say to me then? Other than the impudence of your minions. Very well then. Come.
Nice hat.
Come. It is typical of one such as you to notice superficialities such as that.
Very grand.
Oh, his shirt.
Now, if there's nothing else, then leave. I will grant you one more audience, but no more.
Thank you for your time.
At this point, you're escorted out and led out of the emissary embassy. And the doors are closed.
I will just. The
point
moment
like-
that we are out of earshot, I will just mutter to myself, Talon, did you sense anything from her?
No, I didn't sense anything. Of course not. Talon laughs to himself.
She don't seem to like you very much.
Not a lot of people like me.
I like you.
Oh, how adorable. I'm loved.
I wouldn't go that far.
She seems to like burning people. I would like to see how well she burns herself.
I suppose that we might actually share something there.
I have known many of those I have inhabited to have painfully broken their link with me because of her minions. I have grown fond of you, so I hope that does not happen to you as well.
Well, I met their leader and I'm still alive, sort of, so we can hope.
For now. At this point, like Norman is just white as a sheet. My lady. Oh, that was quite harrowing.
Yeah, but
She
it was
is
a
an
nice hat,
exceptionally
though.
dangerous woman.
Cold
Yes.
and calculating. You were right, she wouldn't dare. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, but she is a fanatic.
Well,
Hey,
though she
Brett,
may be a fanatic, she is certainly more pragmatic than most of her underlings. Which is, a lot of her underlings wouldn't even want her to come to this council at all. They'd simply want to have an eternal war on all the nations who don't believe the same things Deradon do.
Deradon wouldn't be nearly as powerful if it was in a constant state of war. People die.
Exactly. Deradon is powerful because of leaders like her that can unite the different factions within the Deradonian church.
Yeah, she's dangerous.
So I would not underestimate her. My lady, can I ask? She seemed to sincerely believe that she was offering you salvation.
I once saw a cow that sincerely believed it was a duck. It kept trying to climb a tree.
Ducks don't climb trees.
You're a strange child, and one very ignorant of geography. Anyway.
I may not know where I am, but I know what I am.
Yes, quite. Now, my lady, shall we get back to the Jorokian embassy?
I think so, Norman. It has been a long day.
That's Bright Eyes. Didn't you think of, talking to her about the king? She seems to be quite irritable about, what was it, Stanley?
Yeah,
That's his name.
as he said multiple times.
Yeah, I kind of fell asleep at first. I swear I dreamed that he was called King Monument.
She brought us in to... sorry. to accuse us and assert her position of authority over us. She would not have parted with any information freely. Certainly none that might have undermined her situation. And I didn't think of it.
Well, she offered you one more meeting, my lady. Perhaps, if you meet her for another time, we could think of, perhaps something to undermine her trust in Lovermore. She does not seem to like King Stanley, after all.
No.
Well, we'll have over a week to find something to tell her. If we find an opportunity, I'm sure Nash would be very good at digging up such information.
I'll poke around.
Right, well,
Information
let's get back to the Jorokian embassy. I feel a bit safer there.
Yeah, I think you need
A
something
bit.
to drink.
I think I do. And I never drink.
Well, now you start. Good time to start.
Anyway, yep, you hail a carriage, bill it to the Jorokian embassy, and you head on back.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Right. At the door, when you open it, you are greeted by Albin once more. A very
the cheery guy.
Yep, the not very cheery guy who seems to have taken an immediate disliking to Nash. Well, welcome back.
Oh, it's
Since
you.
you took a... Oh, it's you. Since you took a little detour, might I ask where you went?
The Deradonian embassy.
I see.
Princess Fade wished to speak with us.
Well, I'll inform Ambassador Olango then.
Well,
Nothing
just
diplomatic.
scurry
It
off
was just,
then.
salvation by the sword, the usual stuff.
Oh, of course.
We hope to meet with all the ambassadors before the council has run its course.
I suppose you would do. Good day.
Yeah, don't
Alvin
fall and
walks
trip.
off. Same to you. Walks off. Okay, right.
This guy's gonna find himself with a dagger between his ribs.
That itchy finger.
God damn it.
Just out of curiosity,
Bloodlust.
the spy that's part of this particular group.
Probably not
was
him.
It, no, probably not him, yeah, but was it a Lothamorian spy or a Daradonian spy?
That we don't know.
All you know is that it's a spy who's planting mistrust in Olango's mind against Harping. That's all you know.
Well, Alwyn's no doubt a spy, but it might not be the spy that's actually planting.
Well, he's probably part of the Jarakian underground.
Well, you've got 3 suspects: Albin, Primus, and Shen.
Well, it's
Shen,
not like we need to choose
basically.
one. If we killed all of them, then we'd have good coverage.
Why don't you investigate?
Yeah.
Find some evidence. You're living under the same roof as them, so
I'm
the
going to take a walk.
you're gonna take a walk. Okay, where are you walking?
Shen's room.
You're gonna walk right to Shen's room. Okay.
Well, I'll take a detour.
Okay, just walking through the corridors.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trying to find the
some
toilets.
people walk past occasionally. Make me a stealth roll.
Of course. I'll make you a stealth roll.
1.
Okay. All right. You kind of sort of look both ways. You're very quiet, and you notice just a moment when there doesn't seem to be anyone in the corridor, at least nobody looking at you. And you kind of lean into the doorway.
She there?
The door's closed.
She there?
You want to listen on the door?
Yeah.
Okay, make me a notice roll.
Already done.
Oh!
We preempted you.
Okay then. All right. You hear the whispers of conversation. Please, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. This is just... I know you're giving me medicine, but I feel that helping you is going to put me in even more danger than my disease. Do you want to be humbled by begging to Ambassador Olango for help? How do you think a proud Jarakian would feel to see someone being so dependent on him?
I
Would he
opened the
love-
door.
You open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look in.
You see
I'm not
Albin.
look surprised.
You see Albin and Shen.
Oh, sorry. Wrong room.
Okay. Right, okay, not going to eat. Right, well, you're not going to get any more tasty eavesdropping done then.
You could have
Okay.
opened the door at any point.
Oh, he just decided to just go right in. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's a
I
bunch
wasn't
of
expecting
rooms.
that.
Anything sneaky going on in here?
All right, yeah. So you close the door behind you.
Yep. Is there any hiding spots nearby?
Not really. It's a corridor.
Fuck. I walk away from the door.
Step away from the door.
Put
All right,
your
well,
hands
that's
on
the
the
end of that
dial.
investigation.
Clearly.
Then-
Oh. Well, I sort of wait a bit. See if anyone exits the room.
Just out of curiosity.
Alvin exits the room after a time and walks up to you. You're a busy little bee, aren't you?
Well,
Wandering into people's rooms, you don't seem to have a very good sense of direction.
well, I'm new here. I've just been here a day.
Yes.
Sorry if
Indeed.
I interrupted anything. I don't want to put my nose where it doesn't belong.
You seem to be very good at that. Going places where you don't belong.
Well,
He walks off before you can say anything else.
I go back in the room.
You go back into the room. Okay, you find Shen there. What are you doing in my room? Get out! Get out!
I just
How
wanted to
dare
have
you
a
walk
few
into a lady's
words.
room unannounced.
I know.
It's the first time I do.
No, what? What are you talking about? Get out of here!
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. What do you mean?
I know about Albin.
And what do you know about Albin?
And your dealings with him.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're lying.
Who are you and why are you in my room? Get out of here.
He's with the underground, and you know it.
The underground. Stop talking in riddles. What are you on about?
Stop trying to evade my questions.
Maybe if your questions were more specific and you didn't come in here unannounced, I'd be more willing to talk to you. Get out of here before I call the guards. This is very rude.
We're on to you. I'll leave.
Get out of my room now! Guards! Guards!
I'll leave. Why make it simple when you can fuck it up?
Okay.
God.
I know Albin. He's working with the chipmunks.
At this point,
Oh.
a couple Jorokian guards come up to you, say, "Is there a disturbance here?"
Well, no, I'll
Yes,
go. I just
this man
leave.
just barged into my room. Barged into my room, just completely unannounced. You a bit of a pervert, sir?
Well,
Just
And I
barging
leave.
into a sick
I just
man's
walk
room
off.
unannounced. No, oi, oi. Whose
I've got
delegation-
urgent
whose
business.
delegation are you with?
I'm with the Church of the Light of Dawn. Now,
This-
leave me be.
Maybe the things I heard about the Church of the Light of Dawn were true.
What?
Okay, are you going to rejoin Swift and Flora then?
No.
Okay, where are you going to go?
I'm gonna go to Alvin's room.
Oh.
Yay. Oh, I that's why I would suggest like spread more trouble.
Yep.
All right.
You can't get any
The
Alvin's
hornet's
room
nest.
is a few doors down. The
And this
guards
is how
follow you as you walk up to it.
Oh, then I continue on.
Are you lost again?
Oh, no. I just
You
walk
know
off.
exactly where you're going.
Yeah, and I'm going back to the others.
All right, you go back to the. I assume you were all meeting up in your room.
Yeah.
Okay. You all meet up.
So I've just stirred the hornet's nest a bit.
You say that. What exactly did you do?
Well, I heard Albin and Shen talking.
Oh, what were they saying?
Oh, they were talking about her doing stuff for him, helping him, and she didn't feel right about it and putting herself in more danger than from her illness. She's being extorted by him.
Oh. Did you get specifics?
No.
Oh, well.
I walked in on them.
You
Doing
each
what?
You what?
Yeah.
When you say walked in on them, were they
No.
In flagrante.
so it wasn't, Plotus Interruptus.
No.
Just checking.
Okay then. Right, Flora, what's your remarks on this?
Hmm.
Norman at this point speaks up. I thought you were supposed to be a master of subtlety and cloak and daggery and stealth. You
I'm
I will
just
just
barged
look at
into their
Norman,
room.
Just look at Norman and say, subtlety!
I kill people. There's nothing subtle about that.
Well, yes, but when you kill people, I notice you tend to stab them in the back rather than the front. if
Well,
I may
it's
say so.
easier
To be
that
fair,
way.
In his defense, he usually stabs them in the throat. You
Yeah,
could do that from the front or the back.
yeah.
Oh, such gory details. I'm feeling quite queasy.
Yeah, you should go lie down.
I think I will. I've had a
Good.
very harsh day.
I do appreciate you taking steps to gather information, Nash. And I can see why you would decide to take action when we have only limited time.
Yeah.
At this point, there's a knock on your door.
Quick, hide. I hide.
You hide.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
make me a stealth roll, I guess. Alright, okay. Anyone answer the door?
I will.
Right, Nash is hiding under the bed. Okay, you see Ambassador Alango. He looks a bit peeved. Excuse me.
Evening?
I am to understand that the Lady Flora, one of your retinue, I think, was barging in to my secretary's room unannounced. Is this true?
Oh, that would be Nash. Yes, probably. He's got a terrible sense of direction.
I am terribly sorry if one of my party has inconvenienced any of your staff. I will have to have words since I am entirely responsible for him.
Yes. See that you do. You
There's a
are
statement she
here.
probably regrets.
You are here because of my hospitality and my desire to see your church represented. But I am not the type of man who likes to see his hospitality infringed on too much.
We understand, Ambassador Alango. And thank you very much for your consideration.
Right, as long as it is understood. And he walks off.
And I step out from under the bed.
I don't think it's possible to step out from under a bed.
I step out!
Crawl out. Is he gone? Is he
Yeah,
gone?
you can't make that one sound cool, I'm afraid. No, you have to scramble out, covered in bits of dust and blare.
Yeah, you dust yourself off a bit.
Nash, I didn't have to ask you to not put me in difficult positions like this.
You ask him, but...
Especially while Albin is putting Shen in difficult positions.
Maybe you should talk and see what you can find, Swift.
Yeah, the last time I talked to Shen, she ended up just a little bit weird. Like, just the look in her eye that she was like starting to lose it a little.
Yeah, maybe you should sneak around then.
Well, I mean, she was a bit weirded out and creeped out, but I mean, at least she just doesn't outright think you're an asshole like Nash.
It really doesn't take much, honestly. I mean, 5 minutes alone with Nash generally covers it.
Well, he is a bit of a dick.
Okay, so what do you do then?
I'll just, I'm gonna go looking for Albin.
Gonna go looking for Albin. Okay, make me a notice roll.
Should have had my character sheet up by now. Just notice.
What?
What the fuck?
That's pretty poor.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, you don't
Listen.
have to, but you don't have to any of that. You can just do it again.
Yeah, just continue
Take
looking.
more time.
What the hell is that? Oh, 7. Right. Okay. I mean,
Why
you
does-
don't find him at first, but after a little while, you eventually find him. Just walking out of Ambassador Alango's office. Just walks by, giving a glance at you.
Albin, could I talk to you?
What do you want?
Well, could I talk to you in private?
Yes, I think that might be a good idea, actually. This way.
Fair enough, I'll follow him.
He leads you into a private office.
As you might be aware, I'm one of Lady Flora's assistants. I serve kind of a specialist purpose. I was just wondering, you seem to have something of a feud, potentially, with Nash, or like previous history. I was wondering, why? Like, is there anything about Nash that we should know?
He's a murderer.
Well, we know that.
All you need to know about Nash is that wherever he goes, he'll cause great suffering.
No, I think.
And I don't know what he's told you. He may act like he's some sort of follower of Lady Flora, like he's reformed. Maybe he's fooled you all, but that's because he's a sociopath. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. And if you can't see that, you're a fool.
Well, youth makes fools of us all.
Yes.
But
now, let me ask you,
Hmm?
why are you with him?
I'm not with him. I'm with Flora.
If I were you, I'd advise Flora to be rid of him as soon as possible. I'll put a knife in your back the moment he gets a chance at some profit from it.
To be fair, he's had plenty of chances to stick a knife in my back. He saved my life a few times too.
Maybe he's just waiting for the most profitable time.
What profit is there in stabbing a priestess?
Well, you won't know that, because by the time he makes that profit, you'll be dead. Now, is there anything else?
Can I make a persuasion roll to try and get him to tell me more about what Nash actually did previously? Or just
You can roleplay. You can roleplay it, and I'll see if I want to give you a persuasion roll.
Yeah, because our rolls tend to win. Fair enough.
I'll be right back though. I'm
Okay.
not need for this session. Or this part
Well,
of the
be back
session.
quickly
Yeah,
anyway.
quick.
Go on.
I know it's kind of a standard fare to just try and fob people off and say, you know, you don't need to know anything, but you do need to know this, and so on and so forth, like limited information. But for the sake of simplicity and my tiny, fragile, innocent little mind, exactly, I can't go to Flora with just hearsay. Especially hearsay of someone who, with respect, we've just met and that took an instant disliking to him. If he is up to something, I really do need to know.
Make me a persuasion roll at +1. Let's just say that he doesn't care who he kills, even children. He just looks very pointedly at you.
I look back at Album with a pointedly blank expression, like slightly confused. Now is the time to feign stupidity.
Now, like I said, company as soon as possible. You
Sorry, say
and
again?
Flora, you should leave his company as soon as possible. You and Flora both, if you know it's good for you. At this point, he leaves the room.
What do you think, Talon?
I sense a lot of anger from him, but I suppose that much is obvious.
Yeah, even I could tell that one.
Yes, very impressive, Swift.
You don't have to patronize me.
But it's so much fun.
I will grumble and exit the room. Just head back to the room.
Okay.
So, what do you find out?
He seems to think you kill kids. Anything to say?
What? Kill kids?
Yep.
That's bullshit. I've never harmed a child in my entire life.
Yeah, then he really doesn't like you.
Yeah, I think he would look a lot better on the bottom of the river.
Maybe mentally damaged. No, that's out of character. Trauma.
Might be a nah.
So you've never harmed a child?
Never.
Okay, then, so it is bullshit.
I was...
Or is it?
Oh,
Talon just
shut up,
asked
Talon.
rhetorically.
They're making me more confused than I am already.
The thing is, I got a job to take care of a child once. I didn't know I was a kid until I was ready to do it, but I couldn't go through with it, so I ran.
What, you got paid to take out a kid?
Yeah. But I couldn't go through with it. So I ran, left the underground.
Fair enough. So,
And that was what led you to Our Lady Flora, wasn't it?
Yes.
Your past seems to be catching up with you, Nash.
Unfortunately so.
I don't think so. I mean, we've been making the assumption that he's been with the finger quotes Jurokian Jurokian Underground because he's recognised Nash, and you know he doesn't seem to be too fond of Nash. But I don't think saying that Nash kills kids when he doesn't, assuming that you're telling the truth, which I think we can give each other the courtesy of saying that that's probably true at this point because we've got bigger things to worry about than your past. Then he is trying to spread dissent. And whose mission statement do we know of which that is to spread dissent?
Well, either way, I want to put him at the bottom of the river.
Can you wait until after the, we kind of need Lango support.
True.
And it's very hard to convince someone to help you out if you've just killed one or possibly more of his aides.
Well, he doesn't have to know it was us.
It does make a very good point, though. He is seeking to sow dissension among us. Clearly, it is one of his skills.
If we could only get him outside and alone.
So, he was trying to spread dissension with me. He does not like you, Nash. And he was trying to manipulate Shen, who clearly has a point where they can be manipulated.
Yeah.
At this point, there's another knocking on your door.
I'd...
Another stealth roll.
That's going to be an ongoing thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
6.
The running gang of
Was
Nash
that your
is
last?
hiding
Yeah, was that your
under the
last roll?
bed,
Okay.
'cause everyone asks after him.
At this point, he opens the door and it's Primus. Hey, guys, how's it going, guys?
Hey, mate. What's on your mind?
Like, hope I'm not interrupting anything, but it's a big dinner in the dining hall in a few minutes. Really good food, nice big steak. I was wondering if you guys wanted to come down.
We would love to. I'm surprised you came yourself instead of sending a servant.
Well, you know me, I'm like a man of the people and all that. And plus I like you guys. You guys are cool. Hey, where's Nash? I want to talk to him some more. He seemed like a cool guy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Nash, can you come out?
I scramble out.
Nash, what are you doing?
I was looking
hide
for
and
this
seek or
thing.
something?
I take up some piece of jewelry or something that I have on me.
Oh, this Nash, he's a crazy guy.
Yeah, I just
This
dropped it
guy-
and rolled under.
Oh man, this guy's crazy. I love him. I love him. So,
Hey, Nash,
I'll
you got a
see
bit
you
of
guys in a
dust
few minutes.
right here.
Oh, so sorry.
I'll see you guys in a few minutes then.
Of course.
All right, I'll save you a place.
Good.
Closes the door.
I can't stand that guy.
I quite like him.
I like him.
Nonetheless, he does seem more friendly than most people we've met here.
Well, yeah, but you're forgetting that Nash wants to stab everyone, everything, and every bit.
Oh yes, how could I forget that?
Well, not you, Norman.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Or maybe.
Alvin's warning was that that Nash was going to end up stabbing us all. So,
Probably not.
Speaking of which, could you think of a way that stabbing Flora here would make you a profit?
Yeah, I could sell her to the Lothamorians or the Derridonians. That could give some profit, but I'm not really into that business anymore.
Okay, so
At this
Flora,
point,
if he was going to betray us, then...
Loretta speaks up. Why do you even think such things, Nash?
Well, I have to cover all grounds.
It's important to cover hypothetical bases.
Yeah. If we're facing off with an enemy, we need to know the enemy's motives. Or possible motives.
And possibly where the enemy could exploit our weaknesses, such as his past, my youth, or Flora's inability to see anything.
My lady sees a lot, just not with her eyes. Loretta sits down.
This means if anything gets thrown at her, she'll never see it coming.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'm trying to remember what the background information on Primus was, because it's true he is not exhibiting.
He's the son of a Lothamorian noble and a Jerokian businesswoman.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, he might have the business interest in terms of motivation.
He was probably put here to kind of get rid of him.
I suspect it was the getting rid of part.
Okay, Primus, time for you to move out now. Somewhere far, far away.
You're a big man.
You're a man now.
Finally! You can move out!
Alright, Primus, there's something very important I have to tell you. Go away.
Okay, well, it's you go and attend the dinner then?
Yeah, I put it on a pair of fresh clothes.
We've probably not used him for quite some time with the whole stuff.
Yep, there's a nice grand dining table, all the, ambassadorial aides and some of the guards, a few of the servants eating around the table. Of course, Ambassador Alanga is at the head of the table. He's actually got a few seats saved for you guys.
I make a point of tasting anything that is offered Flora.
Flora?
Yeah, before she eats it.
Okay.
Well,
knowledge, poison, please. Alright. Take a very careful sniff. Seems okay?
Yep. Everything is alright.
I noticed you didn't taste anything I was eating.
Well, no, it's not my job to look after your safety. Well, no, now that you mention it, out of character, I taste his shit too.
You taste it?
No, his food then. His food, yeah.
I can guarantee you that's probably toxic.
I mean, I know
that's definitely not something you want to eat.
I taste his food.
You don't need knowledge poisons to know that.
I taste this kid's food as well.
Okay. Yeah, it seems alright as well. Okay, at this point, Master Alango's got a nice big state. Lady Flora.
Test his, please, for the love of God, test his as well.
That was a very compelling speech you made today at the Council HQ.
Thank you. I wasn't certain if I was overstepping my mark.
No, certainly not. I must say, I don't like Ambassador Dreyfus or Harping very much. But, certainly that speech made me question Derodon and Lovamore's motives in this alliance a bit.
With respect, Ambassador, their motives are relatively clear. Exterminate all mages, gain control of the world, then fight each other for it. That's been their modus operandi for centuries.
Yes,
I'm not a student of history, and even I know that.
But getting their people into a place like Harping, the concern is it might just be a pretext.
You think it is some sort of a greater plan for war?
Ambassador, have you ever known Derodonian inquisitors to not find heresy?
Very seldom.
You know when you don't take a bath for a few days, you start to stink? All you smell is the stink. And inquisitors...
Well, I take a bath every single day, but I see your point.
A man who is around sailors must be aware of that particular aspect of life.
I am around merchants.
Oh,
Merchants who
okay.
keep themselves very clean.
Physically, you mean?
Yes, the actual people. The days when I actually went out with the fishermen and did the fishing myself. Well, those are quite far behind me now. So much the better.
It's a very special person that can fish on a regular basis and enjoy it. I don't think I could.
Certainly. That is why I'd rather be owning the company.
I may or may not be a native of Jarek, but I can fully appreciate that.
Indeed, young boy. Perhaps you may run a business too when you are young, a bit older. I was not much older than you when I started my fishing concern.
I think
Really?
he looks a bit more Oesian than Jarokian.
What's that?
I
Well,
see.
Swift looks a lot more Oesian than Jarokian, in my opinion.
You think?
Yeah, I think.
I grew up on a land village, so I'm not sure.
Land village.
Well,
As opposed
mo-
to
most-
There was a village surrounded by land.
Okay.
Well, most villages are surrounded
I haven't
by
had a
land.
river, but that's about it.
So, inane conversation aside.
Sorry.
Lady
As
Flora,
yeah.
you see there's some sort of plan against tapping that Lovamore and Derodon are doing. But I must say, why is that any business of ours? We could surely profit from such a war, providing supplies while staying neutral in the conflict.
Oh, do you think you'll be able to stay neutral once Harping is destroyed?
If one considers raising a child, and you let the child get away with things like
Bullying.
the bullying, building the knife that you keep to protect your family,
Setting fire to things.
helping themselves to food and snacks whenever they like. They don't know any limits. They're still learning. They don't see any consequences. So they do it more.
And a country that has expanded into one territory generally doesn't stop. I mean, wasn't that kind of what the first, what was the culling or cataclysm or something like that?
Calamity.
The
Yeah.
calamity, yes.
Wasn't that what that was about?
If we had capitalism back then, I do not think that would have been a problem. You see, Lovamore and Derodon, they rely on us for trade and what we can provide them, and their inefficient systems cannot provide them either. I don't think we have anything to worry about from them.
For now.
Yeah, they could just take over your system's vertebrae, couldn't they? Or vertebin, whatever it's called.
Perhaps, but...
I mean, I'm mildly sure that Derodon or Lothamore, I can't remember which one, has a remarkably large navy.
If what I have heard is correct, Harping have done much to deserve what they are getting.
What have you heard exactly?
Oh, that's classified information, I am afraid.
One of your aides told you something?
Someone I trust told it to me. At this point, Nash, a meal is placed in front of you. Oh, sorry, this took so long, sir. They walk back to the kitchen.
Subtle, Rick. Very subtle.
Very subtle.
Knowledge poison!
Though there are a lot of there may be accusations leveled against those in Harping who do wish harm. One cannot level that against the entire nation.
One can try.
I'm thinking of the damage that would cause if one went in trying to brutally root out those with problems who might need help, but I'm struggling with the words here. This is a brain switch off day.
Anyway, while you're doing that, Nash, something doesn't smell. Just as you're about to put the food to your mouth, something doesn't smell quite right about it.
And I glance over at Albin.
He seems to have a perfectly glazed over expression as he's eating.
Eat his glazed ham.
What about Primus?
Primus, he's just kind of trying to chat up some girl who's obviously not interested.
I just try and poke around with the food, look busy, not eating it.
Shen looks a bit kind of concerned in general, just she's been overhearing parts of this conversation.
Did she change any expressions while I noticed the poison?
Not particularly.
I kind of want Nash to give the food to Flora because that's totally not what was intended. See whose expression kind of goes wide and.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Lady Flora, have you tried some of this?
Yeah, Lady Flora, have you tried some of this?
What is it?
Oh, it's some sort of cucumber, I think. And I look around, see if anyone reacts.
Or something. Yeah, try and catch the little cues in the face.
No
Hey.
one. No.
Fuck!
Oh,
Should I Benny again?
no, I don't think
Up
so.
to you.
Thing is, if you spent one penny.
Don't waste all your bennies
No.
right now.
No, I don't Benny.
Okay. Anyone in particular reacting to this?
Okay.
Are you gonna keep putting that the food to her mouth?
Oh, sorry, I
See
forgot
how
you're.
I don't know, Flora.
Is that-
will
oh,
pick up
forgot.
on that.
I forgot you're allergic to the spices. Nudge.
Oh, very, very considerate of you. Good save. Could have been onto something there, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I am sorry. I hope Jarokian food is not too spicy. But you are natives, are you not? Are you not used to this kind of food?
Well, she has a small intolerance to some spices.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. Spicy food is one of the greatest pleasures in life.
Indeed.
Continues
Okay.
eating. All right, so do you just kind of continue chatting away and eating until the dinner's over then?
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of any real way to try and get into that line of inquiry about the disagreement with Harping.
If it's classified information, that means that it's one of two things. Either it's pertinent to business or it's personal. Possibly both.
And I
Which means that there's no way you're going to get him to discuss it over an open meal.
Yes.
along the course of
I
the dinner,
suggest you
I,
invite him for wine or something.
I sort of fumble and I accidentally knocks my plate on the ground.
Okay. One of the maids
Oh
rushes over.
shit!
Oh dear. Starts brushing it up. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. These plates can be rather big and cumbersome.
Yeah. Just get me some bread or something.
All right. She rushes back to the kitchen and comes back with some bread.
Start breaking pieces off.
Okay.
Very sort of kind of think. Hang on.
So much for
Do you start
cuisine.
breaking the bread off in a
Nothing
very
seems to
certain
be
way,
wrong with
like
this piece of
crunching it
bread.
with your hand, go with the knife. Like you make a little show of it.
So much for Jarokian cuisine.
Are you talking to Alango?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, Swift makes a joke out of everything.
If people cannot handle their plates, then I guess they would find it difficult to enjoy cuisine.
This is true. Alas, poor Nash.
I'm
That
pretty
might be one of the
impressed how he
reasons why Flora
managed
took
to
him in.
drop his plate when it was firmly on the table like that.
Well, I'll just nudge my elbow wrongly.
I see. Perhaps not used to eating at a table.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
he
more
usually
used to-
eats out of a trough.
Even Nash laughs.
I like this child. He has a certain sense of humor.
Indeed he does. I
In
don't
this
eat the
modern
bread
world,
either.
Ambassador, humor is a vital thing. If you don't laugh, you'll end up crying.
I can certainly see the truth in that. Okay, so anything you want to do for the rest of the dinner?
Nothing
Glare at what's his
Glare
name?
at Albin?
Yeah.
Alright, you glare at Albin some more. He glares back. He doesn't seem to like you any more than he did before.
Oh damn!
Oh, you've been trying so
Oh,
hard.
but I wanted you to like me.
Is this going to be one of those things where you just constantly glare and get angry, and then eventually start a fist fight, and after about 2 or 3 punches, start kissing each other madly?
Could have been, but no.
Fair enough. Is Shen still sitting at the table?
Yep, she's still sitting there.
I guess I'll engage her in idle talk about, I don't know, the weather and fishing concerns.
Alright.
And ask her if she's feeling any better.
She says she doesn't feel any better. Her disease is incurable. You're a dick for asking. She implies you're a dick for asking, and she doesn't seem to want to talk much about the weather.
No. Didn't know it was incurable.
Okay. Right. Or at least she thinks it's incurable. Anyway. So you just have the rest of the dinner. No, you don't try and do anything clever. Otherwise,
I'm thinking of more ways to goad Albin.
okay. Well, too late. Dinner's finished now.
Yep.
Everyone has their plates taken back to the kitchen.
Desserts?
Desserts. No, desserts have already been served.
The coffee and mints.
Desserts, coffee and mints, everything else.
Well, on the way out, I bump into Albin. Oh, sorry, I'm so clumsy.
Yes, you are.
Hmm.
You dropped your plate there.
Yeah. Fumbly.
Was the spice too much for you?
Yeah, no, I just fumbled. I'm a bit clumsy that way, you know.
Yes. You often seem to get into places you don't belong.
I had really poor sense of direction.
Poor sense of direction and poor coordination too.
Yeah, I'm a real klutz.
I'd hate to think how you'd be if you were holding a knife. What would happen?
Yeah, accidents could happen. It's never fun
Certainly
when
could.
someone loses an eye.
I will just walk in between the two of them and say, can you two stop that? It's just silly now.
Both glare at you, I guess.
Like, come on. Either just, like, yeah, you don't like him, he doesn't like you. That's kind of how it works. But
What? No, I have no
kiss
opinion
each other and
of
make
him
up or
whatsoever.
stop.
Sort of like mud under my shoe. No opinion at all.
No, for
Very
two fully
And I walk
gentlemen,
off
you are
with
very
Swift.
passive-aggressive to each other. I would go so far as to say, bitchy.
Come on, Swift, let's go.
Albin just chuckles a little bit. Ah, innocence of youth. And he walks off.
Planning on stabbing me yet, Nash?
What? No.
Just checking. Okay, Bright Eyes, you want to come?
I didn't know I was privy to this conversation.
Oh, sorry. I
But
was
it was
actually
kind
just
of
raising
as
my
though-
voice slightly
yeah.
and just looking.
Loretta leads you over.
Is everything all right here?
Just another spat between these two kittens. So, I suggest that you try and talk to Balango in private about, I don't know, business concerns. You seem to be able to do that sort of stuff back on the island of wood that we set fire to. So,
Good
I
idea.
can,
We really
I
do
can
need to
certainly try. I do think he will give me an audience if I ask him.
we really do need to know what the difference is between harping and yeah. I remembered. It's more important.
The
if you remember them.
differences are quite obvious.
You know what I mean. Meanwhile, I will stop Nash from poisoning/stabbing.
Everybody he comes across. Okay.
I was just
Right.
thinking about that.
I will take him by the hand and lead him away.
Hmm.
Right, where are you two going to go then?
Back to the room.
Back to
Are
the room.
we?
Okay.
We are going back to the
Oh, very well
Or
then.
are we going to stab someone? Or maybe both.
When it falls to the devil child to be the voice of reason, things have gone wrong.
Right, you go back to the room then. Okay. You find a note on Nash's bed.
Oh. I read it.
Okay. Come to St. Oberstein's church, and you'll find out who the spy is. That's all it says.
What kind of hand is it written in? Is it a flourishing one, or or what kind of hand is it written in?
Newspaper
Made out of
clippings.
cut out letters from newspapers.
It is that sort of note.
It just looks kind of printed,
Okay.
as it were.
Typewriter.
Printed is mass printed. Everyone gets one of these. It's complimentary.
Well, I'm gonna take that offer.
It's safe to assume it'll be our old friend, Lady Sylvanas.
It'll probably be Albin.
Actually, I mean, I don't know why. I just
I hope
really
it
think
is.
it might be Primus.
I really hope it's Albin. That meets us there. I mean,
Yeah, I know you hope it's. You know what? Let's just move on. Flora, what are you doing?
Are you going to see the ambassador? Make a decision!
I need to have a nice. Not very smart. I can't need to actually think of how one's going to approach this. What sort of angle to take?
Don't
you
worry, it's a stream game. I'm not gonna punish you for not
You know-
planning everything in exquisite detail.
It is. You are a Jurokian native, which means you have a appreciation for the luxuries of life. Which means that if you ask to sample the wine or ask if he's got anything that reminds him of home or whatever, then chances are you're going to end up in his study.
Yeah, well,
it's a good reason.
mostly comes down to the conversation, though. Yeah, getting in's not a problem, but actual line of inquiry, what angle to take?
Okay, right.
Gotcha.
So do you knock on his office door then, or try and find him as he's going back to his office?
No, I think it would probably be I'd send Norman to go and request an audience.
An
Well, I would
audience.
just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Norman comes back. He says the audience is granted.
All right, now we can go. Right.
All right.
Want to do it properly? Treat him like a proper ambassador.
All right. You head into his office. Ah, Flora, there is something you wish to discuss with me that could not be. Oh, he's not eating dinner anymore. He's writing now. There is something you wish to discuss with me that could not be discussed over dinner.
I'm afraid so. It does concern. No. Concerns a matter of the council.
I see.
Am I seated at this point?
Yes, I guess so. Norman.
Or if
sit
not,
down.
it'd be a good time to sort of sit down just to
All right.
be fairly frank.
There we go.
In order to... You'll have to forgive me as I've not been doing ambassadorial work for very long myself. You could say this is my first outing. So perhaps you could... Well, in order to help guide me so I don't do and say the wrong thing, in order to... Let's see. Hang on. Damn it, phrasing.
I am not at liberty to divulge who gave me the information. But as I said, I have heard hopping spies have been busy little bees, and perhaps to fatten their coffers a bit so they may give to the poor of their good nation, they may have, how shall we say, managed to appropriate some from us. Taxes for their welfare, I suppose. Now, is there anything else?
Of course, it was about money.
Not that I can think of.
I have seen some documents have been provided to me, which I find very convincing by someone I trust. Let me just say that.
May we see the documents?
No.
Tried.
No. Oh, that's good.
Might need.
You're not going to get to find out who the spy is. You just okay.
Well,
I'm not going to make it that easy for you.
No. But we've got something for Nash to do now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I sense stealing stuff in the near
Right.
future.
So
This
do
works
you
so well in the past.
do you leave his
From
office?
Well, so it's not to make it too sort of suspicious or awkward, just engage small chat and then leave
All right.
office.
You engage small chat for a bit. He,
Small chat
you know,
engaged.
thanks you for being so interested in his affairs, and you head back to the room. Okay.
Lady Flora, did you get anything interesting out of that man?
Seems the dispute between Harping and Jarrock is... Sorry, forgot his name for a sec. Alango suspects that Harping has been leeching off Jarrock profits to feed itself.
That could explain his dislike for harping.
It sounds very much as if whoever planted this information wanted to do the thing that a Jarockian would hate most, which is to insinuate that Harping would want to steal their money. I think this makes it seem more likely than ever that it's definitely a spy.
Well, yeah, when you consider that we got this letter when we arrived to the room. I show it to Noman.
Oh my goodness. This is very cryptic.
Well, not really. It's pretty blunt.
I suppose, but...
Looking who is from.
Well, are we going to go then?
Of course we are.
It might be dangerous, it might be risky, it may be a
Well,
trap.
Yes, it's part of the job.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
how
have
is
to
that
come if you
translated?
don't want to, Norman.
Nothing risked, nothing gained.
I think... one of us should at least go with you, my Lady Flora. Maybe the other should stay here to keep up appearances, so it does not seem suspicious the others leaving. I will,
Stay.
I will talk to...
You will stay.
All right, I will stay. Loretta will go with you, my lady. She will guide you. This could be very risky, my lady, but given we don't have much time, if this is a way we can find out who the spy is, maybe it is best.
So let's go.
All right.
Nash puts on his work clothes.
Okay, you put on all your clothes, and you head on off. Okay. It's a couple miles outside the city, so you're walking a bit through the spooky night.
I
Into
bring the trident.
Right, you bring the trident with you,
It's wrapped in cloth.
wrapped in cloth. Okay, there's a big kind of cloth stick hanging behind you.
No, keeping in mind.
You walk for a few miles, and eventually you come upon a forest, and there's a path leading into this forest. And, oh, by the way, you know where this is because of your knowledge geography, Lady Flora.
Wait, you say if I know where it is, you saying I don't need to roll, or do I need to roll? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, yeah, you can roll if you want. Basically, because you've got knowledge geography, you know where St. Oberstein's is.
Aye.
But this will determine how much you know specifically about it. Okay. Right. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, St. Oberstein's was a church that followed Stratholme's own Church of Thaeon. The church believed the holy water it baptized people in was the blood of Thaeon himself. It also believed warriors could become gods like Thaeon by fighting valorously, and that the church's saints formed another pantheons of gods. These beliefs were quick to go down the toilet when Stratholm adopted its neutral stance as a global moderator. The church was closed down, the village nearby abandoned, and it now lies pretty much in ruins. Okay. And you head through the forest. It's very dark and spooky. Little can be heard, but for the occasional hooting of owls as you venture off the road into a forest. Following a dirt path, you eventually come upon a clearing. A stone church appears before you. Vines coil around the steeple as if they were strangling the life out of the ruined place. The stained glass windows are cracked in many places, the stonework now coated with moss. The old creaky front door swings open, nothing but crumbling gravestones between it and you. Haha. Okay. Let me drag you over. Stand at the doors of the ruined church.
Hey, Nash.
The doors swing.
Yeah?
Is it just me or is that church fat?
It is.
Just checking.
Well, then let's head on in, then.
Wonderful. Ladies first.
Loretta looks terrified as she clings to Flora's arm.
I sort of peek in.
I will also peek in, and since I'm at a different height, I can do it at the same time.
Yep.
It seems empty.
Seems.
You hear the whistling of the breeze.
Nash, stay in the shadows.
Yeah.
Right, I'll stride into the church.
Alright, stride in. Move your character. One space at a time. One space at a time.
It was one space at a time.
Wasn't it? It was 7 spaces at a time.
It wasn't.
And I sneak in behind him.
Okay, you sneak in behind.
Sort of...
Alright, you're just going to stand at the door then?
No, I'm just sneaking in.
Sneak in? You're going to sneak behind this column, maybe?
Yep.
Hello? Someone bring a Boy Scouts. Anyone want some cookies?
You want some cookies, 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 cookies. The acoustics in this place are great. There's an echo, like anything you say. Lady Flora, should we go inside?
Safer inside, at least so the others can keep an eye on us.
Loretta carefully brings in Flora, leading her over to Nash, where she'd assumed she'd be most safe.
Basically, stop people ambushing us at the doorway.
I glare at her as I try to hide.
It's most important to protect our Lady Flora. You're the brave fighter, aren't you?
Yeah, but let me do my job.
I want to backstab people.
So I'm walking up this way.
Okay.
Honourable one-on-one combat, hey Nash.
Yeah.
At this point, you hear a voice answer back. Where is Nash? Is he with you?
No, we left him under the bed.
Notice rolls to see where that's coming from.
You don't know.
Oh shit.
It's echoing all around. Almost as if this was intentional.
Clever. I sigh and walk over.
Nash, you too much of a coward.
I'm careful, that's what I am. Now show your ugly face.
To be fair, we don't know it's ugly. We can guess it's ugly.
It's a safe assumption.
Aiden, would you just get out here?
Corbin. Yeah. Nash, you said you never killed children. Is that
Come on,
right?
Albin. Come out here, Albin. I know it's you.
Do you remember now, Nash, who I am? Or have you forgotten me, just like you've forgotten everyone else you hurt or killed?
I'm gonna guess relative of someone you offed.
Probably. The list is fairly long, you know. Can't keep track of everything.
You're a monster, Nash! You don't deserve to live in this world!
We have a bigger problem at the moment. A much bigger problem. You know, the whole world
Nothing
about
is
to
a
explode.
bigger problem than my father and my sister! Nash murdered them both!
Yeah,
Do
I was
you
right,
know
and
what
that's
it's like to live in a Cherokee poorhouse? Where we're
Yes.
stuffed in there like rats? Shut up! Where we're stuffed in there like rats! Do
Oh,
you know
now
what
I
it's like-
remember you.
Now you remember me, Nash.
Well, not you.
Shh, you listen. You have a little sister, don't you? Is she still alive?
That's none of your business.
I already know. The spirit told me a lot about you.
Oh no.
They told me if I listened, if I came here, one day I would meet you again and it would give me my revenge.
Aurora. Mage.
Your sister. Can you imagine what it'd be like to see boils forming on her face so you couldn't even recognize her anymore?
You know what? If you have a problem with me, you take it with me. You leave my sister out of this. Come out now,
I'm
you
not
little
like
coward.
you, Nash. I'm not like you, Nash. I wouldn't kill an innocent man. My father, he was a fool, but he loved us and our sister. He made some bad choices. He got in debt, but he didn't deserve
Yeah,
what
and he
did
paid
to
the
him.
consequences for his actions.
You're not even sorry, are you? You're not even sorry that my sister died, starved to death. She was just a little girl for what you did. So your sister could live, you killed mine and my father too. And you're not even sorry, is that what you're saying?
I never touched your sister. I got out of there before anything happened to her as well. I did my job and I left. She was alive.
That makes it okay, does it? Just because you don't see the consequences of your action, that makes it okay.
I did what I was paid to do. But I've never harmed a child in my entire life.
You're wrong.
And I'll be damned if some coward like you
If you
say
stabbed my
something
sister,
else.
it would have been quicker than the way she did die.
Well, you should have taken better care of her then.
You dare! You don't even feel sorry.
It
You're a
was
monster.
your responsibility
and
and
these
you
people who are
failed.
following you, they're just as bad as you are if they can tolerate this. Do neither of you have anything to say about this monster?
There are a great many bad people in the world, but what separates them from the true monsters are those who are willing to do better, who want to do better and try.
No. You're wrong. You all deserve to die. Spirit! At this point, the doors swing closed, and you start hearing creaking sounds. I'll be with my sister again. The spirit promised me. You start to
crap.
see the tombs creaking as the lids slide off.
Oh.
Shit.
And guess what you see?
Skeletons.
Leprechauns.
Skellies!
Oh, right.
Nash, we have to have a talk. You don't irritate mages. It generally ends badly.
I didn't even say sorry. What a dick.
Of course not.
It's really
No, I'm not
natural.
sorry.
It was not my fault. It was his fault. He didn't
He
take care
still
of
killed
her.
his fucking dad.
Yeah. So I've killed a lot of dads.
His fucking dad. Why do you keep this guy around?
Well, in short,
'Cause-
because he's a player.
Cause I'm sort of unquestionably loyal.
Okay, you see a bunch of skellies. They crawl out, chattering with their teeth. This one over here sticks out its tongue at you, Nash, and you see it's rotted and green, and maggots start crawling all over its face
Ugh.
as it raises its war axe and starts moving towards you.
Which one?
This one.
This one.
What?
You're not doing the ping.
This one?
I'm not? Yeah, that one.
Oh, good.
Okay. Draw initiative. Okay, Nash. You go first as combat begins.
I hold my action.
You hold your action. Okay, right. Means Skelly's turn. This Skelly marches towards you.
Attack. No, wait. I
Actually-
attack him when he's one.
Oh,
One
you've got
back.
you got your trident
Yes.
out.
First strike.
Okay, you first strike him. And that's a hit.
The trident does damage. Sploosh.
Nice. Okay. Right. As the Skelly approaches you, you draw back your trident and you smash it directly into its rib cage, shattering it completely as its bones kind of scatter to the ground. Its axe flying off aside. He's more dead than he already was.
Good.
Okay, as for the other Skellies, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to attack Swift. Skelly, Skelly, Skelly.
Bastard.
And what's your parry?
With a bastard
Swift?
in life, out bastard in death.
My parry is 4.
4. Well, too bad.
Hmm.
You're going to get hit.
Ow.
I think it's actually the first time I've been hit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And his mace has 1 point of armor penetration. So...
Which is wonderful considering I don't wear armor.
oh, you don't even wear leather. Okay.
Couldn't afford it. Don't think I could carry it either.
Okay, right. Skelly, Skelly, Skelly.
In your belly.
In your belly.
I thrust my trident
In a
there.
rich man's world. Okay. Right, 10 damage. Your toughness is
4.
4. Right.
Shit.
Okay. Unless you choose to soak that, you take 1 wound.
Can you explain how soaking works? I realized we're in, like,
You
episode
spend
6
a
at this
penny.
point.
You spend a penny to soak damage. Basically, it's just a vigor roll, and every success you get soaks 1 wound.
Oh, okay, that seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will do the soaky thing.
Okay. Roll me your vigor. Oh, that's not good. Unfortunately, you can't Benny that either. You only get 1 chance at soak rolls. Okay, right. The Skelly, he raises his mace up and slams it down upon you, catching you squarely in the chest, knocking the wind out of you and knocking you back Swift.
Man, have a
Hurt
broken rib.
you. God, he's such a dick, just fucking macing a small child.
It is
You
a
also
soaker.
have 1 wound.
Now I want to have my turn.
Hang on a minute. This other Skelly's got to kill him.
Oh, can I have my turn now? I was on hold.
Ooh. Oh, you want to interrupt? Well,
Yes.
you want to interrupt someone.
Yeah.
Okay, make me agility roll then. Who are you trying to interrupt? This other dude is walking over to Swift?
Yeah, those guys.
Okay. Right.
Agility.
Agility, opposed agility.
He can fail though.
Skelly,
Fuck.
but he doesn't. Okay, I'll let you move over there, but I won't let you interrupt what he does next. Have to do it after he's done it. And it's probably not going to be fun for you, Swift.
No!
Swift, sweet. Okay, the Skelly swings down his mighty axe. Clang! It smashes into the ground.
Now
beside
then.
you.
Can I do now?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I'll let you do that.
Oh, I'm using my daggers now.
All right. Oh, you got quick draw, don't
Yes.
you? Okay.
First
start.
dagger. +1 because we're ganged up on them.
No, you're not. You fight 2v2.
Okay. Oh, first one.
First one, it's a miss.
Other one.
That is also a miss, right.
Oh.
Nobly go over to Swift to protect him. The Skelly just kind of dodges each.
Yeah,
he just kind of sweeps his side.
My slashes go through the ribs,
Yeah,
but
he
not
kind of
touching them.
he picks up his body. He just goes through. Just goes. Okay, right.
These skeletons are quite cartoonish.
Yeah.
There's more Skellies in a Skelly world. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. This one's going to try and stab Flora with his dagger because he's a dick.
Is he now?
Yes, and he
He's welcome
succeeds.
to try. Oh, be okay, fine. He's welcome to try. Oh.
Oh man, this is already going disastrously wrong for you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
No, it's
You
okay.
need
I've
to
taken
start.
wounds. Well, I've taken wounds. I've taken hits in the past and shrugged them off.
You're gonna need to start killing some Skellies soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Skelly. He's not. But this is his strength. Oh, and that's much better.
Soak it. Soak it.
Okay, right.
Mm.
Your toughness is 4, I believe.
4.
4, right. So that is you're lucky. No, you're not. 2 wounds, unless you want to soak.
So yeah, spend a penny, make a figure roll, right?
Mm-hmm. Man, this could go disastrously wrong if you don't roll well. There we go. Okay, that's only 1 though. You're still wounded and shaken. This is already going
It's
pretty
okay,
badly.
My spirit's quite decent, so I normally shrug off the shaken.
Okay. This Skelly is gonna kill Nash, or at least try to. Yeah. This is terribly. The Skelly just kind of swings his dagger forward and just kind of gets it in the ground.
Good.
His arm comes off for a moment. He looks kind of weirdly at it. Takes his other arm. Pops it weirdly at it. Okay, right. As for the Archer Skelly, he's going to shoot. Oh, let's say Nash. Their rage seems to be focused at you.
Chance is that he hits one of his.
Damn it! Oh shit! Yeah, it might do, won't it?
Because he failed miserably now.
Yeah, he did. So yeah, he's hitting a random bystander. So he might have hit one of his mates.
Hopefully.
There's a 1 in 4 chance. Swift, what? Pick me a number out of 4.
I will go with 4.
Okay, that's your unlucky number. Is he gonna hit Swift by accident?
4 is my lucky number.
Oh, you were lucky. You were lucky. Say he hits this dude instead.
Which
Technically,
one?
there's 5 to hit.
Which one?
This. Damn it! There's a column in the way.
That one?
That should be on the map layer. There we go. That
one.
Layer. Map. And this one. You see?
Yeah.
That one. Okay. Yep, he hits his ally quite squarely. Nice work, fuckhead. Okay.
Miss.
It's not a miss, it's... No. Didn't
It's-
do very
it's-
much damage.
It's a shaken though.
No, not quite. These skellies are pretty tough. These are like warrior skeletons.
Oh.
I mean, this
Only
is
2, I don't think would
yeah.
beat
The
anyone's figure.
Church of Saint Oberstein is where they entombed warriors who were said to ascend to godhood after death. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay, the sort of arrow kind of sticks in its shoulder, and the skeleton looks at the other skeleton, and this skeleton just kind of raises up its arms to go, "My bad."
They probably knew each other in life.
And they just yeah.
Again?
This isn't. You killed me the first time with your crap shooting. Sorry. After you did, you said you were trying to save me. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's hard to aim without eyes.
It is, to
I
be
like
fair.
these guys.
Okay, Swift, roll to recover from being shaken. You're at a -1 for everything. Haha.
You. It's just a spirit robot.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, you can act normally.
Wonderful.
Burn them.
That is my plan.
Maybe how many
Move
bennies do we
one
get in a session?
and
Hang on, that's an attack of opportunity if you
Nope.
move yourself. Yes, it is. You moved yourself away from this dude.
Oh shit, it is.
See? Do you want to take an attack of opportunity, or?
would you allow me to use a cone template from my current position to attack all three?
I know, but if you get hit by it, then you might get shaken.
No, but from my previous location, would that be a cone template for you?
Can you draw
I
it?
let you catch the bottom two. I don't think you catch the top one.
Then I'll go for the attack of opportunity and hope for the best.
Okay. All
I mean,
right.
there's 50-50 chance considering that they've got 8 attack.
As you duck to one side, he swings down with his mace.
I don't like him.
And he hits you with his mace.
I'll soak again.
Luckily,
No, I
luckily
won't.
for you, he's rolling. Oh no, you fucking better.
You're about to die.
I think you may be, actually. That's nasty.
Not nice.
You should have taken the attack of opportunity. These guys are much better at fighting than you.
Well, I kind of wish I could dodge them.
That'll take the,
You're wrong.
maybe
Your
the
parry's
risk for the
crap.
greater
It's
gain.
really crap.
Mm.
Okay, right. Oh, that's lucky. That you're gonna fucking need that because that's like.
I don't know how many.
It's a lot. Let's see.
That's
1,
2
2,
raises.
3,
You did.
3 raises. But you've soaked 2 of them. So you are shaken once again, and
Oh,
now you're
for
on
the
2
love of-
wounds. You shouldn't have taken the attack of opportunity. You were fine.
Well, it would have been fine if you had rolled 2 aces.
To be fair, yeah, I did roll extraordinarily well.
Did that mean I took a wound, sorry?
Yes.
You are now on 2 wounds. Flora?
Mm.
Oh yes, you're going simultaneously.
The
Come on,
important
Flora.
question: the events that are happening now. When are they in relation to when we went to go meet the High Priestess of Deridon? Is it the same day?
This is nighttime. That was during the day.
Okie dokie. What's the recovery time on magic points?
1 per
Because I
hour.
did- 1 per hour. Okay. So would I have
According
all
to the
back?
rules, but I don't know what break.
Yeah,
is.
you've gotten them all back.
Okay, that's
That'll be
alright then.
nice.
I can actually cast a spell then.
If you can recover from being shaken.
Oh yes, there we go. That's spirit, isn't it? Do I have a penalty?
Yes, a -1.
Oh, it's wound. That's it.
God, Nash needs to fucking kill some skeletons
Yeah.
in his next turn right now.
I suppose you've got any like AoE cleave, have you?
Oof.
Do I get 2 attacks with the trident?
You can Benny that, but I'm you might want to save your bennies.
I've used 2 bennies this session, so
Okay, right.
I think
you
I'll probably save it for
You are shaken.
potential soak.
You are shaken, and you will remain so until next turn. Loretta just screams in terror. Let's see. She's going to try and push this skeleton away.
She's good at pushing.
She is, yeah. Come on.
There's a hole
Loretta.
directly behind that skeleton.
Yep. Push it back towards Nash where it can
Yes!
ambush him.
Okay, Skelly opposes.
Nope.
Oh. No, she does. Attacker wins in a tie.
Ah.
So.
Oh, right in my back.
No!
Yeah.
She pushes him 1 back.
Oh, I was hoping he'd fall into the hole.
Flanking Nash.
Do I get 2 attacks with my
No,
Trident,
that,
like
no.
this?
Only one per combat round. If she'd done that in the next round,
No.
Yeah. Oh well.
No, well, no, not that. When I use my trident, do I get 2 attacks since I'm double-handed and ambidextrous?
No.
Okay.
Because you're only attacking with 1 weapon.
Well, I can.
Ambidextrous and 2-handed is for 2-weapon fighting. But yeah, you can stab 2. You can stab 1 and then another if you want. That's fine.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna use the daggers.
All right, Nash. What do you do?
Ooh,
Kill some fucking skellies now.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill 1 skelly now.
Okay.
There.
All right, that's a hit.
Yep.
Get the high damage, please.
Yes.
Don't roll a 1.
And I'll do the damage.
My advice is to go for the ones with like the mace or the war
Yeah,
axe first.
that one.
Okay.
And I'll use the dagger. Boom.
There we go. Right. Your dagger whistles through the air. It severs the skeleton's head, and the skeleton's head falls on the ground and just spins around as the rest of the skeleton
As a
collapses
finishing
down.
touch, I stomp on it. There we go.
Ah, crack.
And then
it
comes
shatters.
the other one. Yes.
Okay. There we go. That's another hit. Are you attacking the one with the mace?
This one, yeah?
Yep.
No, wait. This one.
Yeah, you're right. I want to go with the one with the mace.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. That if you can, then again, that's if Swift recovers from being shaken.
Yeah.
One with the
I have an
dagger. One with the dagger or the one with the mace.
The one with mace.
All right. Attacking the one with the mace.
Boom.
Nice. Okay. All right. Your dagger lances out and it smashes. Let's see. Ooh, how can I kill this skeleton? I'm quite enjoying these skeleton deaths.
Is it possible to disembowel the skeleton?
Crash his pelvis.
Basically, yes. You drive your dagger into his pelvis, and it shatters. His top and bottom halves are now kind of severed. His legs are kicking as his body kind of flutters around, but he soon just kind of goes limp.
There's another one out of commission.
Okay, so that's 2 skellies.
Awesome.
Ah, yes, but now, however, Nash, there are 2 skellies in melee combat with you.
Yeah.
And they're going to get the ganging up bonus. 1 skelly. Oh, I think that's a hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily, that was just the one with the dagger.
Mhm.
So he gets a 6. What's your toughness again? With your armor?
I think it's 7.
You should.
No, wait. 5.
5. Okay. Unfortunately, then
I'm
the
shaking.
dagger slints in. Ah! You are shaken.
Hmm.
This is bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody needs to recover. Okay. The other skelly slashes out as well. Oof. Oh, by the way, you can also use bennies to instantly recover from being shaken.
Yep.
If you want. Okay. The other skelly. That's your parry's 7, isn't it?
Does the armor include there?
No.
6.
What's your fighting?
My fighting? D8.
Yeah. D8. So. Ooh. Yeah. Then if your parry's 6, then unfortunately he hits.
Fuck.
Oh man, this is gonna hurt. He's got a fucking mace as well. Oh. Oh
You
god.
can't keep rolling aces.
I'm gonna soak that.
You gonna soak that? Good.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is vigor. I've got an awesome
it's
vigor,
vigor.
you know.
If your toughness with your armor is 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's just 1 wound. Luckily for you. Ooh. Right. You take 1 wound. I'm afraid. Oh, and 2 actually. 2 wounds because you're already shaken. Fuck me.
Fuck.
I did not expect things to go quite this badly, quite this quickly. Swift. Roll. Just either roll well or use a Benny to just recover.
If he fails the roll, can he still use the Benny then? If he fails the spirits roll, could he then just use the Benny?
Yes, I believe he could. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can have your cake and eat it too, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you going to spend a Benny to just?
No,
oh,
I'm
no,
not.
you're going to try a spirit roll first.
I have
yeah.
a spirit of D8. I'm not going to mess around with the bennies.
There we go. You're perfectly fine. You shrug it off. Your spirit is indomitable, even though you're bruised and battered. Right. Now it's time to cook some shit, I think.
Yeah, I actually, I'm going to use my new spell. I'm going to use Coil Strike.
Okay.
Because I can cast 3 bolts and there are 3 remaining enemies.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's gonna be free. That's gonna be 3 dots of expenditure.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
The bolts are spread among targets as the character chooses. It's rolled like fully automatic weapons fire. Rolls a spellcasting die for each bolt and compares the target number separately. So spellcasting for the first one, we'll say the archer.
Nice.
Let's see. Is it agility to roll to dodge, or is it just against target number, as if you were shooting?
You can't dodge shots.
If it's not dodge, then it's just target number, in which case you hit, even with your -2. Okay.
Up to the target number, yeah.
Yep, you hit.
Okay. Do I roll damage for that one, or do I just keep doing the spellcasting and then roll damage separate?
Let's do it one at a time. Roll the damage for it.
Bam.
Ooh.
There we go.
Nice going.
Oh shit!
That's
I
pretty-
get another one too.
Wait, 3d6? No.
Don't 6s explode.
Oh, they do, but they just did. You see, 6 exploded. Oh wait, what?
I rolled 2d6.
Oh yeah, you should have set it to exploding. I see.
I should
Okay.
have said it to exploding, but
You
no
coulda,
rush.
woulda, shoulda. Okay, you got 12. Okay, right. Just even though you're wincing in pain, you just hear Talon's creepy voice telling you to fight on, and you cast one bolt. It arcs around this pillar and smashes into the skeleton, and soon was it trapping fire, by the way?
It's trapping electricity.
Trapping electricity. Okay, right. So you just see sort of bolts sizzle around the skeleton as he sort of judders, and then all of a sudden, spontaneously, all his bones just break apart, and he falls into a pile on the ground.
Nice.
Okay, let's try that again. For the record, it's a magnetically charged projectile, essentially.
Okay.
Awesome.
Rolling again.
Is he dead or is he?
No, he's dead. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Next
more
one.
dead.
This one. And
With a raise.
that means I get
Yeah, that hits.
Loads of raises. All the raises.
I don't think there's raises on the damage from your spell casting. I think that's just a
Do you
hit.
Do you get raises on automatic weapons fire?
Like hit them in the eye.
Yes, but it's different. Just roll me 2d6 for now. I'm gonna have to check that later.
Wait, that's the wrong one.
You know what? For now, for now, I'm actually going to be generous.
Not that one. It's exploding is the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
I'm so used to Shadowrun.
Re-roll it. Re-roll it with exploding.
Nice.
There we go. Right, the second bolt arcs around. That's on the mace guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. It just crackles and he sort of stands there, sort of shivering motionlessly, shaken. And the last one on the guy with the dagger, right?
Oh, let me for one with dagger then. Sorry.
Okay. So the last one. Oh, that was for the one with the dagger.
Yeah, that was the
okay.
one with the dagger.
All right. In that case, the mace guy is fine until your final bolt. That's a miss because unless you've already factored in your 2 wounds.
I have not.
Okay. In that case, yeah, the last. It's just like you just kind of you're in too much pain to kind of launch the last bolt. Flora, it's your go.
Heal me!
Come on,
Trying the
Flora,
spirits again.
fight! You've only got 1 wound, I think.
Heal me.
Yeah, only 1 wound. Need to roll the spirits. Attack. Yeah, I did it.
I'm just
you don't do-
mildly sure you did it there, yeah.
Yeah. Mildly.
Sorry?
Oh, bollocks. I just realised I could Benny that spellcasting. Oh well.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yep, Nash needs healing. We'll do that.
Right. Okay.
Heal the Nash.
Heal the Nash.
Heal Nash.
Get Loretta over there as well.
Spellcasting roll. Yeah, she comes too.
Okay. Loretta leads you over.
My people are in pain. Bring me to them.
Loretta's such a boss, just shoving skeletons out of the way. And... Okay, right. So
There it is.
spellcasting. Ooh,
No.
that's a bit shit, isn't it? With your -1, that's 1, but not a natural one.
No,
okay.
I included that. I put a -1 in the formula before.
Okay,
clicking
well, it's still a failure, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. Even if you counted
You
that
reach
otherwise.
out to Sandolphin, but, you know, just like your mind is clouded by the pain, and you can't quite make the connection. Sorry. Nash,
No, that's okay.
you have 2
Hang on,
wounds,
if
you
I
are
failed
shaken.
If
I
I
will-
failed the spellcasting roll, does that still cost the mana points?
Yes, unfortunately.
I'll
I
note
will
that.
try to recover.
Right, spirits at -2, please.
It's factored in. Nope.
Nope, you are still shaken.
Fuck.
Okay, right. Okay, Skellies go. By the way, Nash and Flora, make me notice rolls, please. Don't forget your respective wound modifiers.
It's factored in.
Okay.
Nope.
We don't notice.
Okay, right. Okay. Oh dear, that was with a raise as well.
Shit.
Okay, right.
It's fine.
You hear the sound of a bowstring being drawn, but it's too late to do anything about it as... Fire! Oh, that's only just barely a hit. Okay, Nash.
I
You
don't
have
think
been
they like
hit
you, Tash.
in the back with a sneak attack. Ooh, that's nasty, isn't it?
I'm gonna
Right.
use my last penny now.
Yes.
I'm down. Oh, God.
Nash. Nash, I guess, yeah, is incapped.
Well, that depends. Yeah, I am. I'm down.
Why couldn't I save him?
He's down, but he's not dead yet.
Where is that healing?
Albin reveals himself. Puts the bow down, just seeming very satisfied with himself as he goes to draw a dagger.
It was Alvin! You
Told
called
you
it.
so.
You totally
Wait,
called
it
it.
was fairly obvious.
It was fairly
He
obvious.
wasn't exactly making his dislike for Nash particularly subtle.
Like, it could have been for any number of reasons.
I'm gonna gut that
Okay.
kid.
Skelly. Skelly. He's a Skelly. In a Skelly world. The one remaining Skelly goes over to Swift. Oh, I really hope this doesn't hit. Oh, I think it just does, doesn't it?
It just does.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. You never know. You might roll poorly. Ah!
We're dead.
Fuck me.
We're dead.
You're not dead yet. You still got
Yeah.
Flora. She can heal.
Yeah.
Yep, you're incapped. Unless have you got a Benny?
I've got a Benny, and I might as well use the vigor roll, even though it's like
Yep.
D4. Somebody's mildly sure
Yep.
it won't do anything.
Blow something fierce.
Nope.
Hmm.
You dead.
No, hang on. Wasn't the mace guy shaken or dead?
He's shaking. He's shaking.
No, he was. Oh no, it fizzled, didn't it? That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What? Didn't I kill the
Damn,
maze
right.
guy?
No, you killed the X guy.
No, you
Wasn't-
killed the axe guy.
Okay, yeah.
The mace guy is still there. Okay, you are incapped.
No.
Fall to the ground. Flora! You
Yeah.
are the party's last hope.
We're doomed.
But, well, can't run away because the doors are locked. Right, out comes the walking stick.
Heal!
Yep, try that healing.
Probably, yeah, healing Nash would be the best option by far. See if you can get him back on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he's going to have to... the next roll, he's going to have to roll. There we fucking go.
Yes!
Hallelujah.
That's 2 successes on your healing.
Hooray!
So I believe the first gets him
Removes
back.
a wound. Yep, 2 wounds with a raise.
Right, so that first gets him back on his feet, and the second removes a wound, I guess.
I got 2 wounds now.
Right?
Oh,
So he's
sorry.
back on 2 wounds again.
Oh no, it wasn't. No, sorry, it wasn't that much. The roll suffers a penalty equal to the victim's wounds as well as any of my own. So if he's on 3 wounds, that was technically
Not
one
for
roll.
not for magical healing though. I don't think.
That's what it says.
Really?
That's what I'm reading.
We're gonna die.
I'm just reading out of the book there.
But if it's just a minus.
But it's harder to heal people who are actually doing
Well,
it.
It's still with a raise.
It's magical healing.
It's still with a raise, though.
And it's still with a raise anyway. So
Yeah.
you
No, if
managed
it's with
to
a
get.
raise anyway, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
with
still,
a raise.
that roll was at a minus
it's
3.
still an
because
8.
of the
So yeah. Okay, right.
That's alright then.
Nash, you reach down and sort of get Sandolphin's power surging through you, and
Ugh.
Nash just it's like stabbed in the heart with adrenaline. Albin just curses.
don't
He is
fall.
furious. No, he was supposed to die. He is
Oh,
furious.
now you get to kill him again.
Okay, Nash, it's your go.
Oh,
I believe does that mean he's recovered from being shaken as well?
probably.
It removes wounds. It only mentions.
For
Only mentions
situations
shaking to
like
reduce
this,
extras.
I'm just gonna say high or low, Nash.
Well,
What's your lucky number?
hi.
You're lucky. You're back on your feet and you're unshaken.
Awesome.
Right.
I think I'm gonna go kill Albin.
What about the fucking Skelly with a mace?
It's fine. It's not gonna go after Swift.
Yeah,
It's
but
not gonna,
Albin's switching weapons right now. He's gonna.
Oh.
What if he caves
All
in
the
Swift's
better-
head?
Oh,
What
wait.
if he caves in Swift's head while he's lying on
No,
the
the
ground?
Retter will go push him over. The Retter will go.
Is your hatred for Albin that strong?
Oh, well, I'll kill the Skelly then.
Swift's on the ground though. I do. Skelly might leave him alone.
I'll move there.
It left Nash low when Nash fell.
I'll move there and use my trident. No, wait. I won't. Because I got more rolls. Attack!
See, this is him protecting the kid.
Yeah.
Nash is a good guy.
Yeah, Nash's a good guy, really. Right, so you're gonna trident. You're doing it a lot. Why don't you just double attack him with your daggers?
Yeah, I am.
You are. No, you aren't.
You just said trident.
No, I said daggers.
Wait,
you
no,
said
but
trident.
this one's dead. It's the mace guy who's attacking him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
There you go.
trident.
Right, so you're using your trident. Okay, fighting roll, please.
I did.
-2. Oh, that is
It's already with minuses.
already with minuses. That is a hit with a raise. So that's D8's your trident damage, plus strength, plus another D6.
Okay, roll. 2d6 exploding plus 1d8 exploding. Go for it.
There we go. You bring the trident back and charge it forward, smashing the skeleton's skull into tiny little pieces that splinter everywhere. The skeleton just kind of waves around and eventually just topples onto its back.
There you go, you little fuck.
You
Spit
little
at it.
fuck.
Not quite the glorious one-liner that we saw in
No.
Okay.
the beginning with Harrison, but
No, you are supposed to die! Albin rushes at Nash.
Oh, wait, stop. He
Oh,
rushes.
yes.
You
well,
run.
he,
So,
I mean, yeah, you haven't gotten a first strike, so yeah, you get a first strike if you
yeah,
want.
one out.
It's with a it'll have to be with your oh yeah,
Yeah.
it'll have to be with your trident though.
Yeah, so it's one
because
out.
that's what you've got.
man
Correct.
in
Yep.
pale.
He runs right into the trident.
That would be very dramatic.
Ooh, that's not good, is it? No. Okay, you thrust out your trident, but he
Take
kind
right
of
into-
ducks to the side as he brings his. Okay. Closes the distance.
He hasn't drawn an initiative yet.
He's acting on the Skelly's initiative.
Ah, shit.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Ah, he's a wild card, those. Fuck off. No. Slashes out with his dagger. But he's got another
you
one!
suck.
But no, he's not ambidextrous.
No. If he's got another one...
I'm not going to make him too overpowered.
No. Nope.
You just kind of start
Do
swinging
you know,
his
is he
daggers,
double-handed,
but
though? Is he double-handed, though?
He's double-handed, but he's not ambidextrous.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Right. He's not quite... He's a skilled fighter, but obviously not as skilled as you. And you sort of, like, knock away his blades even as you're fighting through the pain. Okay.
Nash has only got 1 wound.
Swift.
2.
No, I healed you for 2 wounds.
Swift.
Oh, okay.
What are we going to do with little
Because I got a
Swift?
raise. It's 1 wound for a success and 2 wounds with a raise.
Okay, Swift, roll me your vigor, please.
Fair enough.
You are bleeding out, Swift.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm on the job.
But you're not dead. If you'd roll 1 lower, then I think you would actually be dead. So, but you are bleeding out, and next turn you're going to start having to re-roll. Well, to roll not to die, basically, because you're bleeding on the ground.
I'll save you. I'll save
Flora!
you. I'll save
Can
Swift,
you-
don't worry.
By the
The
way,
funny
you
thing
can-
is that I'm only smartly sure that I was hit by a mace 3 times, which means that I don't really have any bleeding wounds.
Oh, I think
Internal bleeding.
That would open something up. Flora, by the way, you can walk over the corpse of these skeletons if you like. No,
It's on my head.
push it aside. You just slide through the bones. The rest just leads you there. Being careful not to go
This
through.
Poor little broken body. Poor little thing.
Swallow, please give me an impression of Swift after being beaten savagely with a mace. Oh.
So I think I'm at a -4 to this roll because I've got a wound and Swift's got 3 wounds.
Don't fuck it up.
I have a Benny. No, I think I have a Benny. How many Bennies do we get? 3. In that case, I have 1 Benny left.
Yep.
And there goes the last Benny.
Better come on, roll the
Yeah.
Benny.
Yes!
Yes! The child! The child!
It
will not-
lives!
He lives! That's got your
Don't
wounds
you
factored in,
die
right?
on me, kid! Don't die on me!
Okay, right. So that's not deducting his wounds, though, is it?
What do you mean?
His -3.
Yes, it was.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, right, yeah, he's back on his feet and he's on
With
2
a
wounds.
raise. No, 1 wound.
One
I
wound.
heal 1 wound with a success, 2 wounds with a raise.
Yeah, but in cap counts as a wound for these purposes.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Okay then.
Yep.
Right, thanks for clearing that up.
Okay. Right, so he's back on his feet and he's on 2 wounds. God, Flora, you are... No one can say that Flora isn't useful. We'd all be dead by now if it wasn't for Flora.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
thank you, Miss Healer. By the way, Swallow, high or low?
Oh, let's go. I'm feeling particularly low today.
Okay, low. Right, you are still shaken, unfortunately. I mean, you know, yeah, it's pretty good that you're not dead, though, or dying. Right, Nash.
Yeah. Stabby time. First blade goes... nowhere.
Oh, that's not good.
I could be 0. Oh, yeah. The second blade goes... somewhere.
Okay, right. You kind of fight with him. He sort of clang, knocks your blades away. You deserve to die, Nash. You know you do.
I'm gonna kill you like I killed your father.
Oh my god! Ah!
Breaks his concentration, you know? Get them angry.
He's
There's
fucking
angry
mad.
and there's fucking cruel.
He's you're just a dick.
Well, it works.
Fucker, I'll stab you. Ah, come on.
It worked apparently.
God damn it!
I laugh at him.
All right.
You impudent little shit.
You're a monster. Even if you kill me, your friends will see what a monster you are.
No, I'm loyal to my friends. I don't go behind people's backs like you do, you little shit.
You killed my father, you scumbag. He didn't even have a weapon in his hand.
Well, at least I didn't pretend to be someone I wasn't when I killed him.
No, you pretended to be someone who doesn't kill children. And you're a liar.
Well,
Anyway.
you're not a kid anymore.
Is it my turn?
Okay, yeah, it's your turn now. That's enough. That's enough of their flirting. Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
I'll start powering up a charge coil strike because, you know, I can use...
Once you've recovered from being shaken.
Oh, yes, I apologise.
Oh. There we go.
Good.
So, like I was saying, power up a charge coil strike. It's like, he doesn't kill kids. You just tried to kill me. But I'll say it in a slightly more aggressive tone. But I can't really shout into a microphone because it doesn't really work, annoyingly. So
You all, if you were with him, you all deserve to die.
Is that a hit?
I think that's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit. He's not like standing behind any cover or anything, so yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
3d6.
Ow. He's gonna die now. Yep.
If he doesn't
Okay.
explode into bits, I have not done my job. I am particularly irritated with the skeletons.
Irritated, I see. Right. The charge coil strike hits him squarely in the chest, and he slumps down as just blood just splatters down from him. And he is shaken.
Can I walk over and kick him in the
Laura.
face?
No!
Just shaking.
That'd be a multiple
Just shaking.
action.
What kind of to do? Oh wait. I think I've basically exhausted my healing, definitely.
Heal me!
I have no more healing spells.
Fuck.
This is gonna take some time to recover. Probably hold my turn. Can't think of what she could do at this point.
Okay. Nash.
Oh, well, you know the drill.
Stab. Okay.
Ooh.
Miss.
Mm.
Miss.
The dice gods do not want you to kill this guy.
Okay. Albin. Time to recover from being shaken. Na,
I'm
na,
tempted
na,
to say-
na, na, na.
Please,
No.
no more killing.
You could.
Don't kill him.
If you wanted to. It's free action. Swift and Flora.
Nash, don't be like Albin. Be better.
Nash ain't gonna kill him. I am.
He deserves to die for what he did to Swift.
Even Flora
My
probably
turn.
didn't see that. What did he do to Swift?
Go on, Nash. Kill me. You'll never escape what you are.
Nash, please forgive me.
Swift, don't go down the path of darkness. You're too young to kill.
I think they're quite far way down that path.
Nash, duck.
Haha, Doc.
Okay. Alright. How many power points are you on, by the way?
5.
5. Okay, was that a charged one or just a normal
That
one?
was a charged one.
Okay, that's gonna hurt.
You're fucking right.
GM Benny then.
DM Benny, motherfucker. Okay.
So reduce the impact of the explosion.
Oh, come on. Come on. You can do better than that. No!
Oh, we can.
Right. Okay, right. The charge bolt hits him squarely in the chest.
He's
And he
incapacitated.
falls onto the ground, and he is incapacitated. Just kind of lies on the ground, just coughing up blood. A big burn wound on him. You're so bloodthirsty. You didn't even care about who the spy was, did you? You just wanted to kill me. I'm gonna get to see my sister again.
Oh, not if I can help it.
You can't help it, Nash. And you can't help what you are. You're just a slave to your own bloodthirstiness.
Let's patch him up.
No!
You don't want to go yet, mate. There
No.
is a special place reserved in hell for those that would attack children to take revenge on mothers.
We'll try to patch him up and stop the bleeding.
It's Flora's job.
Oh, we'll help her.
Is it just a straight healing roll?
Well, it depends. Are you using magical or magical?
I've had a magical healing.
Oh, okay. Alright.
It's quite an expensive spell, and I've used 3 of them, so...
Well, I guess it's a healing roll. It's just straight up healing then.
I shouldn't have dropped the number. It's not going to end well. It's going to be great. She's going to try and stem the bleeding, but it's going to not work.
Well, we're assisting. Does that count for anything?
Do either of you have healing?
No.
Okay, right. Try and sort of stem the bleeding. But actually, let me just check.
Can Loretta assist?
Nah, this is to check how quickly he's dying.
Too many nurses spoil the broth.
Let's see. Ding. Yeah, he's starting to fade. And you can't seem to patch him up fast enough.
Didn't even factor in the fact that I'm blind.
You know what the funny thing is? I wasn't even the spy.
It's Primus, I know.
Yeah, you're too simple for that.
We already figured it out, dude. We came here to kill you.
Oh, really? You don't understand. I was just one person who followed the spirit's calling. And now as my reward, I'll get to see my sister again. The spirit has something much worse in store for you. And he's dead.
Huh, oh well.
Hey,
Nash, did you see that spell? That's fucking awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So be
job.
careful, there might be some sort of spirit trying to attack you in the near future.
I pat him down, see if there's any documents or anything on him.
He
Okay.
takes to the ambush point.
Right. You do find one envelope on him. Yep, you find an envelope.
I open it.
Okay. You
Yes,
open
with
it up.
poison.
Okay. Alright. Basically says this is my recording that you have agreed to our arrangement. I will continue to provide you with medication if you keep it secret that I am spirit touched and I intend to kill Nash. It's signed with both Shen and Albin.
Oh, and Shen it is.
Basic agreement they had. Well, now we just need to have, Shen and Primus to have, some sort of vendetta against you, and you can kill them for completely unrelated reasons, and we'll end up getting the spy that way.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
just
actually,
take them
Shen
off
doesn't
one by
like
one.
Swift, so...
Well, you've eliminated one possibility at least.
Yeah, so let's kill Shen now. There's a 50-50
Kill
chance.
Shen? A poor
Yeah.
blackmailed sick woman.
So? She's not a kid.
She's a fucking monster. Okay, right. Combat ends. Okay, you see, there's just a bunch of skeletons and the wind whistling softly through the air.
I pause, look reflectively out towards the door, which I'm assuming is open now. Then look back down at the corpse and kick him in the face.
Good thing I didn't see that.
Wow, that's kind of a... That is terrible, Loretta just walks over to you and kind of
Serves
grabs your
him
ear.
right.
Hey,
naughty
bruises,
bat.
bruises.
I
Oh,
look
sorry.
at the dagger from the skeleton. They were supposed to be like these big ass heroes. There might be something.
Oh, for God's sake! All right, hang on. We're gonna. Any looting will be dealt with between sessions.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, keep that in mind then.
Okay. Would you like to end the session there, and you can go deal with the
seems-
spy next session?
It seems like a good
Do you know
wrap-up
what?
point, I think.
Giving Matt a week to come up with an explanation for this is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll
about
just
your
not say
ambassadorial aid. Yeah.
Let's just not say anything.
Okay. Right.
No, you're
Okay.
the first suspect, mate.
Yeah.
At this point, just as a cliffhanger, you hear in your mind, Flora, the spirit that attacked you. It's the same one that was present when the sea monsters attacked. Something very powerful seems to have a vendetta against you. And there we go. That's the end of the session.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, everyone. We shall see you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.
And